How's it going, everybody? It's the DIZ from thegamersheep.com. I got a review today for the game Stacking, available on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network for $15. Pretty much, if you were to ask me if there was a game about child labor, evil villains that capture your family during like the cold era of the Russian coal mining times, I mean, I couldn't help but be clinically insane. You know, but I guess I'm crazy because I absolutely loved Stacking. It's not without its flaws, but at the same time it's just too cute and fun and artistic to not enjoy. So, you know, the gameplay is where the game really shines. Maybe because I haven't played just about every game out there, but I mean, it's a game like Stacking can only come from, you know, somebody with the mind of Tim Schafer. I mean, the developers at Double Fine Studios. Like, for me, the best part of Stacking is the amount of brain power it actually took, but it never got too hard. It just keeps you going. It keeps the gameplay just flowing right. And you know, all the characters in the game, basically all the characters in the game are shaped out of Russian stacking dolls, otherwise known as Matryoshka. And your character is only allowed to stack in the next Russian stacking doll, I should say, one step above. You can go up to 5 dolls altogether, so that's pretty cool. But the core gameplay is basically to talk to other dolls via text bubbles. You don't actually hear them talk. They do make sounds and stuff, but they don't actually talk. So you're supposed to figure out basically what each doll can do, their abilities, basically, you know, little stupid acts that they can do, like farting or belching, or you can hit other dolls like uppercutting, or hit a guy with a wrench and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And just discover what all these and as you progress through the game, you start getting a percentage of completion. So the more dolls you start to figure out what they do, dolls that you come across and all that, that adds to your completion of the game. So a major part of the game to complete, all to get 100% completion, is to figure out what dolls do what, and so basically do a lot of exploring. Yeah, so pretty much to advance through the game, you're gonna complete a bunch of puzzles. There's multiple ways to complete puzzles. There's also multiple endings, but to go through the one puzzle to the next one, to move on in the game, you only have to finish one. The game has a built-in hint system, so it allows you up to 3 hints, and the first hint is going to be the easy, it's going to be kind of vague, and then obviously the third one is going to give you pretty much give the answer of what you're supposed to do. I thought it was great that they included a hint system, but at the same time, I thought it almost takes away from the game itself. You know, and it's just, you want to figure out what to do, you want to figure out how to go about this, because that's really one of the best parts about the game, is to figure out what you're going to do. So that almost takes it away, that you would ask for answers and everything. So the graphics and the gameplay, or the graphics and the sound, I should say. I mean, Stacking's artistic style from visual to sound, I mean, they're brilliant. There was never a time, or at least for me, that I was bogged down by either one. They were both done really well, and it really tied together with the setting and the gameplay of the game. You know, the real orchestra type of overtone of the game. You know, it really, when it gets depressing, it gets depressing. When it gets really happy, or the real life sound of the world that you're in. And the dolls themselves, you know, as far as graphics wise, the dolls themselves really look nice. They look handcrafted, like somebody really just made them, like somebody carved out these dolls by hand, and you're basically holding them. And they, you know, they react to or at least the best they can to like real-time environments. If somebody hits them, they're gonna run away, or they get surprised, they're gonna jump. You know, I guess the best ability of a stacking doll. One of the main parts that I really liked about Stacking was the story. I mean, the story in Stacking is really simple. You play as Charlie Blackmore, and your main goal is to bring your family home, and basically they're captured by the Baron and his evil doers, his evil team. I mean, it sounds simple, but at the same time, the story itself branches off into a whole bunch of different scenarios. So basically, your main goal is to find your family and bring them home. But while doing that, to further on in the game, you're gonna have to complete missions that lead on to other stories. I mean, not even really stories, but scenarios. They give you an idea of where you're at, where you're gonna be doing and around at the time. So pretty much by the end of the game, I really felt like the whole story was really fulfilling. It's your basic save your family. I'm not gonna spoil whether you do or not, but I mean, kind of take a wild guess there. I was really satisfied, and it was to the point where you could basically save the world. So that was a great ending. For a game that cost $15 on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, I never thought I'd ever come across a game that was so intriguing, so cute, at times it's suspenseful, and even at times heartwarming. I mean, you really feel for the character. All he's doing is trying to bring his family home. So the only thing that bugged me about the whole game is the fact that there wasn't any co-op online. I mean, for a game that took so much brain power, I would think it would be a great thing just to have a co-op campaign. So you can play with your friends, you can talk over Xbox Live or PSN and figure out puzzles together, which I think would be a great addition. Maybe they come out with a second, like a stacking 2 or something. So that'd be awesome. So pretty much that was a review for stacking, for the game Stacking, I'm sorry. And yeah, pretty much catch me at thegamersheep.com. DIZLAOBOI, now in 6 on everything PSN, Xbox Live, Skype, all that good stuff. So hit me up if you got any questions. Peace.